What if your firewall could make decisions based on who the user is, not just their IP address? In this lab, I'm going to show you how to use Palo Alto User-ID to control traffic based on users and groups and unlock threats at the identity level. What's going on? My name is Travis Johnson. I'm a network security engineer specialized in Palo Alto firewalls, enterprise security operations, and real-world threat prevention. In this video, I'll walk you through a hands-on lab where we implement user ID and build identity-based security policies to restrict what users can access. So here's the scenario. Your company just acquired another organization, and right now, all users in that environment have unrestricted access to the internet. So there's a security policy that allows any user, any application, anywhere. That means users can access anything, including risky and unauthorized applications. We're going to fix that by allowing only approved corporate apps, allowing social media only for marketing users, denying everything else. First, step one, we load the baseline configuration and commit. Step one is we're going to load our base config. Click commit. Give that a minute. And this will give us a working environment with an existing rule called allow all acquisition. This allow all acquisition rule currently allows the acquisition zone, destination any, application any, and the action is allow. Here's our rule, rule number 9, where again, the source is acquisition zone, the destination is any, application is any, and the action is allowed. So right now, there is 0 restrictions. Next, we're going to generate some traffic from the acquisition users. So we're going to remote in to our server. I want to do list. And we're going to go to our CCAPS file. Okay. Our PCAPS directory rather. I want to do list. And I believe we are going to run, if I'm not mistaken, so we're going to do, let's do change directory back to home. We're going to do Palo Alto 42. There we go. PCAPS app, and you can tab the rest of this out. Once you start typing the command, you can hit the tab button and it'll complete the command. All right. We're going to go into that directory, and now we're going to run this app generator shell command. As you see, this script will take about 10 minutes. This script runs packet captures to simulate live traffic. Will be a variety of app IDs, which you can see in the traffic log and the custom reports. Okay, so we're going to let this run. And when we check the traffic logs, we'll see that everything is hitting the allow all rule. Okay, let's do a refresh here. As you can see, bear with me 1 second. Script hasn't completely completed running yet, but once we allow it to complete, we will see that almost all the traffic is hitting the acquisition allow all rule. And so it'll take about 5 to 10 minutes to run. So if you guys want to go grab something to drink, run some popcorn, or fast forward to the video, that's fine. Um, I may not get a chance to edit this video, but all in all, it'll take about, several minutes to run. But as you can see, the traffic is hitting the acquisition allow all rule. And if we go here, 1900 hits. I want to select this rule, reset rule counter. Okay. And now we'll be able to watch it increment in its truest form. So you see, we just reset it back to 0. Now it just jumped to 77 hits. Okay. Let's see if our script is done running yet. Still running. Taking a little longer than usual, but here we go. Patience paid off. So let's jump back over to our logs. Traffic logs. And we'll see the traffic was hitting the acquisition allow all rule. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our source user column. Actually, we'll just leave it here because here's the source and here's the source user. But we're actually going to remove some of these columns. So we're going to use this source dynamic address group. It's a little slow, guys. Hung up a little bit. We're going to remove this dynamic group, dynamic user group, and that should help us clean up things a little bit. So we have our user column, which is good. And we're going to move this over to receive time. So let's scoot this guy over. There we go. So that way we can see things just a little more clearly. And that action will just make it a little easier to locate the source user later on in the lab. So next, we're going to enable user ID on the acquisition zone. So we're going to go to Network, Zones, Acquisition Zone. enable user ID, and click OK. Okay. So next, this essentially just allows the firewall to map usernames to IPs. Now the firewall doesn't just see IPs, it actually sees users. So now we're going to modify the allow all rule. Let's locate our rule. And under description, we're going to change this to allows only approved apps for acquisition users. Okay. So it's going to be the same. Destination going to be the same. Application is going to be allowed corporate apps. Everything else remains the same. Click OK. Okay. So next we're going to create a rule, create marketing apps. We're going to create and again, this we allowed only the approved applications out of that group. So that's going to pretty much restrict it. But next we're going to create a marketing rule. So now we're going to create a special rule for marketing users. Okay. So we're going to go policies, add, of course. Allow marketing apps. Okay. And this is going to allow only users of marketing group to access marketing apps. And this is going to be from the acquisition zone. Okay. And here we're going to select our source user, which is going to be marketing. Okay. Destination is going to be any. Application is going to be allowed marketing apps. Depends on, we're going to add this to our current rule. Okay. Action is going to be allowed. We're going to click OK. Next, we're going to create a deny rule. So in this part of the lab, we'll create a security policy rule that will deny any other application traffic for users in the acquisition zone. So we're going to click Add. Deny all others, denies non-approved applications for users in acquisition zone. Source is going to be acquisition zone. Destination is going to be any. Application is going to be any. Action is going to be deny. And we're going to click OK. Okay, we're going to hit commit. And go from there. So once this commits, we're going to generate some traffic again from our app generator from the DMZ or extranet zone. Let that run, and then we'll examine the user logs again. Okay, so let's open up our script, run it again, and now we wait. So the critical part about this is that this deny all others rule must be placed at the bottom of the policy list because Palo Alto processes rules from the top down. So this rule catches everything that wasn't explicitly allowed. So again, now we're generating the traffic again, and here in a minute we will see, here in several minutes we will see uh, the results of implementing those rules. Okay, let's see, our script is coming along. Thank you guys for being patient. And let's see what we have here. So we do see the user ID information being populated, which is a great thing. We see that the rule the rule that it's hitting, which is good. And we'll just wait for our script to stop running. All right, it's good to go. So let's hop over now. It's already here. We can see the logs have been generated. And now we're going to hop over to our firewall CLI and view the user mappings. Um, examine the user mappings from the CLI. So we're going to do show user IP user mapping, IP user mapping, all. Okay, so we can see exactly where the information is coming from. Um, and now we're going to jump back over to our logs. And we're going to do filter. And when I'm doing a filter in the filter builder, I usually like to click the link and whatever I'm trying to filter on. So let's say I just click Netflix base and then app equal to, let's do YouTube base. Click enter. To me, it's just less typing. When you do it that way, you don't have to, but um, so you see that. Let's do DNS. DNS. So you can see what's going on there. And you could filter on multiple different apps, but that's essentially how you create your filters. And that's pretty much it. So these labs are pretty straightforward when it comes to user ID. Now, obviously, there are a lot of levels of complexity that could factor into user ID, but I wanted to make this lab quick as possible and straightforward. And hopefully you guys got something out of it. So thank you for your time. I appreciate um, and hope that you learned something. And if you're a recruiter or hiring manager, this lab demonstrates hands-on experience with Palo Alto User ID and identity-based access control and real-world policy design. So this is how Zero Trust actually gets implemented. Appreciate you watching. More advanced labs to come. Thank you for your time.